In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use the Sentencing Worksheet Interactive File Transfer application, also known as SWIFT, without using court data. Let's go ahead and log in. Accept terms of service. So when you're not using court data, you would select the appropriate court, and in this example, I'm going to choose Norfolk Circuit Court. Okay. Now, you would not enter the defendant's name since you're not utilizing court data. Instead, you could select the appropriate worksheet. So here I'm selecting robbery, and you click submit to bring up the robbery worksheets. But you could also just select the cover sheet. So if you select the cover sheet and click submit, and you enter your VCC code for your primary offense, SWIFT will automatically generate the appropriate cover sheet based on the primary offense VCC code. Okay, so here we're going to enter the offense date, which will be and then we have to enter a correctly formatted docket number. Now, if you're not using court data and it's because the charge is still in general district court, you can enter a placeholder docket number. Okay, so let me just enter one. Just remember that when you finalize your guidelines to submit to court, that you have to change the docket number to the correctly formatted actual docket number for this conviction. All right, so this defendant not only has a robbery charge, but he also has an additional offense of use of firearm in the commission of a felony. So I'm going to click to add additional offense. My VCC code. And again, if you enter an invalid VCC code, SWIFT will let you know and ask you to enter a valid one. Okay. And it's going to keep giving that error message until you finish entering it correctly. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we have the use of firearm. Again, the correctly formatted docket number. And again, I'm using placeholder docket numbers here. And let's say there's 2 counts, so let's add an additional count of use of firearm. And again, the docket number, correctly formatted. Okay. We're going to go ahead and score out the guidelines. So we're going to go to section A. I'm going to score these out. Okay. There we go. Score out our additional offense. Okay. And click next to take us to the appropriate worksheet, which for robbery there is no section B, but we do need to go to section C based on our score. Score out all of section C. Okay. Score out our additional offense factor. Okay. This is going to be 2. And we're going to go back to our cover sheet. And again, SWIFT will populate the recommendation based on your score from section C. And now I want to save my guidelines. Now again, since you did not use court data, you would have to manually enter in the defendant's name. Okay. All the other demographic information, the judicial circuit. Now, since I selected a court, the FIPS code was automatically populated. I just have to manually enter in the circuit court. Sentencing judge, attorneys' names, prepare. And then again, I have to also make sure that I have a valid sentencing date in order to save. Now I can click Save. I've entered valid docket numbers and valid sentencing numbers, or correctly formatted docket numbers, and a valid sentencing date, so I'm able to save my worksheets. So all the other functions remain the same as if you use court data. If you made any changes to these worksheets and you wanted to save the changes, you would click Update. If you wanted to make another copy, you would click Clone. If you wanted to finalize them, you would click Final. And if you wanted to print out a copy, either before or after finalizing, you would just click PDF. Hopefully you found the information in this tutorial useful. If you have any questions or need help when using Swift, please feel free to call us at the hotline at 804-225-4398.